Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jaleesa Jaikaran and I'm a makeup artist. And today we are talking about what to do during COVID-19. Now I say that because I've been seeing a lot of people's video get flagged, taken down for no reason, and I really want to make sure that this information gets to you. Maybe I'm being extra, but I just want to make sure that the information gets to you. Now, for those of you who may be looking at this video and are not sure what a makeup artist does and why our jobs are so important and why this happening is so detrimental for us as well. I mean, it is for the entire world, but I really just wanted to connect with the makeup artist community, beauty content creators even, because our work is, especially makeup artists, our work is in everything that you see. So you're watching Hulu, you're watching Netflix, makeup artist was involved. You're watching a billboard, you're watching an ad, you're watching a fashion show, makeup artists were involved. And I would say that, spring, summer is a busy time for a lot of makeup artists, whether it is productions, especially bridals, a lot of photo shoots, a lot of things prepping for the next season. A lot of things start happening in this time, and I really want to discuss some ways we can kind of try to get through this. Now, I can only give my advice on things that I think is a good idea. I know that everybody's situation is different. Some people have kids, some people take care of elderly people, but I really just wanted to reach out to you guys, and because it's not easy. I know a lot of makeup artists right now who are extremely worried about how they're gonna live, how they're gonna move forward. They don't have any savings, they're immune compromised, they're terrified, and there's still people out here thinking that this is just a flu or it's not that serious. The economy is in shambles, and as makeup artists, it's a tough time because we work when people hire us, and if we don't get hired, we don't work. So we don't have, when we get to stay home, when we're in quarantine, we're not getting any type of income from a job. Nobody is paying us. Yeah. So I really just want to share what I've written down, and things that I've been hearing around me, and really just bring that information to you guys because I think it'll be really helpful. So the first one is to create a budget. Now, I don't really create budgets and stuff. I have an account when I was leaving my job years ago, and I will probably link that video right here. When I was leaving my job years ago, I created an account just for my bills, for my rent. I named it the next level. I was like, girl, you're going to the next level, okay? And you're gonna need this money. So I started saving money in there, and then I just got into the habit of taking my rent and putting it into that account, taking money and putting in my bills. And anytime I see that that account go down too low, I'm like, all right, well, now you need to put money in there because you're also, when you're creating this budget, sit down and really think about your four main needs. So your food, your shelter, your rent, your utilities, phone, light bill, and transportation if you need to get to work or whatever it is. And those are the main things that you want to focus on. And then from there, you'll be able to know where you can start trimming the fat. Now, when you start by trimming the fat, the second point is you need to sit down and write a list of all the subscriptions that you are subscribed to, because subscriptions are something that I forget that I have sometimes. And trust me, I've wasted money on not prescriptions, on subscriptions, because you forget about it. You don't use it. I have this, and I'm like, you just see the thing in your account like, oh, you were charged $10. You're like, wait, where is this coming from? So go through your email. If you have to go through your email because you probably don't even remember, go through your email, see where you've been charged, go through your credit card, go and sit down. If you have to give yourself a day just to do this, because this can save you at least $100 to maybe $300 a year according to what you're subscribed to. If you're subscribed to something, sometimes you subscribe to things and then you see, oh, they charged me $500 and you forgot. So you want to make sure that you're not putting yourself in that kind of situation. The next thing is to buy what's essential. Now, in the makeup artist community, it has been for a while, a lot of people talk about buying less, going on a no buy, trying to become more minimalist. But what I say is that especially for makeup artists, sometimes you just need to buy stuff. You need new concealers, you need new foundations, you're running out of like certain supplies. Go ahead and buy those things, but for the next few months, go and reorganize your makeup and decide on what it is you actually use, because we all have stuff in our makeup arsenal that we're like, oh wait, I didn't even know I had this, and you feel like you just came out of Sephora by just going through your own makeup because you forgot about things that you were once excited about. So that goes into my next point. Use this time wisely. If you need to practice, if you need to learn about color theory, if you need to learn about lighting, this is the perfect time for you to get a book, whether it's books online. I believe the New York Public Library, even if I don't think you have to be a member, but they're lending books out for free. So you can always go and borrow books online and teach yourself what you have been wanting to know, but maybe just did not have the time to give to it. So the next thing I would suggest is to send out thank you emails, send out emails, check on people, because at the end of the day, we're all human. We're all going through this together. And, you know, if you work with brands, if you work with whoever you've worked with, at the end of the day, they're people, they have families, you don't know who might be sick, you don't know, but, you know, God forbid they're not sick, or whatever, you know, whatever you believe in. But just make sure like you checking in with people, because at the end of the day, you want people to think of you, not because you're trying to get something from them. It's because you actually care, and these people were so kind enough to hire you, to put money in your pocket, and that's providing for you, providing for your family. So if you just want to say thank you, if you just want to check in, I would highly suggest that. So the next one is, if you have to find another job, honestly, guys, if you have to find another job and you're not giving up on your dreams, you're not saying, you know what, this makeup thing is not for me, this can still be possible for you. Remember that recessions and crazy times has happened before. If we're looking at 2008, 2011, these things have happened before. If it is you have to do something else to pay the bills, do something else to pay the bills. If you have to take a waitress job, online customer service job, like you just have to do what you have to do because you want to make it through. And I always believe that your passion shouldn't put you in a panic. Your passion should make you feel happy. Your passion should not make you feel frustrated. And we all feel it sometimes, and we just have to kind of step away, like I did for the last almost 10 days, getting prepped for all this stuff, getting food and running around. I just didn't even touch makeup. And then I also want to recommend that you should read books, take online courses if you can. If there's something that you want to learn, a different industry that you might want to get into, you can be a makeup artist and be something else at the same time. I'm going to show you 2 books that I am planning to read in this time. One of the books is called Profit First, and it is Transform Your Business from a Cash Eating Monster to a Money Making Machine. And the other one is called The Soulful Art of Persuasion. And this one is 11 Habits That Will Make Anyone a Master Influencer. And I believe I've had this book actually for a few months now, and I haven't really even gotten into it. So I'm going to be able to like get through. I might do this one first and do this one after. But read books, pick up a book. If it's online, if you have books lying around in your house, I would do that. And then the last thing I would recommend is to give yourself time. Be gentle with yourself. I know I want to read books. I have a lot of things. Like if you see because I'm in my room, I never actually have recorded in this room before. I usually go to YouTube Space, which they actually closed down. And I was just like, should I put up my backdrop and all that? I'm like, nah, let's just do this. Because I wasn't planning on doing it. I'm actually gonna make some Old Bay wings. And I was like, nah, you need to do this video right now. But yeah, so I have a lot of things that I want to do, a lot of emails, a lot of stuff, a lot of content, a lot of this, that. And I just had to give myself some time. I just had to step away, I used to meditate a whole lot. I started to meditate again the last few days, really just calm myself down. This whole thing has been very overwhelming, and I think that we all need to sometimes just step away from the news for 2 seconds, however long. Step away from the news. I do believe in being informed, but can become a lot. And step away, meditate. If you want to give yourself a day or two and say, you know what, I'm gonna just Netflix, I'm gonna just binge, I'm gonna just relax, I'm gonna put my heat pad on, I'm gonna start exercising, I'm gonna start like doing anything to get my heart rate up. Do that. Step away from it all, and maybe just then take some time and say, you know what, this is my plan forward, and I'm going to move forward in not in a panicky way, like, oh my god, what am I gonna do? Like, you know what, I'm going to trust and believe that a better day is gonna come, that things will change, and I have to get through this. I will get through this. I'm confident I will get through this. I believe in my abilities. I believe in myself. I know that I can concentrate. I know that I can get my goals done. I know that I can finish this book. I know I can grasp the information. I know that if I challenge myself to do something, if I don't know how to do a cut crease, and I've had clients asking me if that is not something that I'm confident in, I know that if I practice and I apply myself, that it'll happen for me. And even if it's not right now, it will be later. But I know that I'm not going to give up. I know that I'm not going to beat myself up. I'm going to stay positive. I'm gonna make sure that I stay safe. I'm gonna make sure that I'm continuing to be a clean artist. I am washing my brushes. I'm sanitizing. I'm using brush clean. I'm using alcohol. I'm making sure that I protect myself. I protect my clients, and I don't give up. I just don't give up. And giving up is not an option. Excellence is a habit. And if you want to read, self-help books about positivity, I strongly recommend that. I'm a huge believer in all these things. This is how I moved to New York, but like I said, I will put the video down here too, if you want to see how I transition out of working full-time to becoming a freelance artist for the last 4 years. But yeah, so that's about it. I really just felt like I needed to get this off my chest. Today is the first day that I actually like put some makeup on again and like started to play with makeup. And also I want to mention that we have a fund that we started for New York City makeup artists. Now we do want to show love to all the artists in other states and countries. We've come across other GoFundMes and funds and stuff like that that have been popping up for cosmetology and different people, but we know that their living expenses in New York are astronomical. So even people that are not in the industry, if you can share this, because we know a lot of makeup artists, some people are facing, their bills and their, high credit cards, children having to buy all this stuff, and anything helps. So if you guys can share that as well, I would greatly appreciate it. And this is for our makeup artist community. I started it with a makeup artist friend of mine. Her name is Chanel from Hey Nelly, and she's a Guyanese makeup artist. So I just want to thank you guys for listening. If you guys have any other ideas that you think might be helpful, please share it. Please share your story in the down section. If you're in a New York artist and you want to sign up to see how you can get in touch with us about these funds, you can go to the GoFundMe and all the information is there. We have a live on Hey Nelly's page, and also I'll be putting it on the Life of a Makeup Artist, my podcast and beauty community page, just for full transparency. But yeah, so I have a ton of other content for you guys. I was just like coming up with all these things about credit and all these things, and I'm like, these things don't even matter really right now. I'm still gonna mention it. I'm still gonna talk about it in later videos, but for now, I'm signing off. I'm gonna make my wings and continue with my quarantine. So let me know how you guys are doing, and I will see you guys in the next video.